Namaskar. Welcome to this special session with Sumit Peer. We have a lot of fast-moving development that we wanted to bring you up to date on, which is why we have this special session on a Wednesday with Sumit ji. Let's welcome Sumit ji. But before that, please like this video. If you've not already subscribed, do subscribe to our channel. Let's welcome Sumit Peer ji. Sumit ji, namaskar. Welcome to P Guru's channel.
She said, Namaskar, Pranam, Vanakkam, Sadhuvan. Thank you very much for the invite. Always a pleasure to meet you and all our viewers.
Sumit ji, you have been on a tear on Twitter. You've been putting out a lot of stories that nobody else has published before. We are now getting news of another hand of the SSG in training Hamas and also perhaps Pak mercenaries, some of whom appear to be in Iran. Take it away, sir. You have a lot of story to tell us. Tell us when you want us to put up the slides and we'll be happy to do so.
Sure, sir. Sir, in the name of Bhagwan Sree Ganesha, let's do Sree Ganesha. And today, as we are in Navratri, Jai Mata Di. So we are seeking blessings from Ma Durga, and let's do it. Now, a couple of important things. First, we get into all this. Now, there are a lot of fast-paced developments happening in geopolitics, which shatters one myth fundamentally, which we all should understand. Whatever was the geopolitics on 6th October 2023, it is not on 17th October 2023. In last 10 days, anything to everything in geopolitics has changed. That is what I'm saying always. Geopolitics is the most dynamic thing today. Nothing changes as fast as geopolitics. All the paradigms in the world changed in last 10 days. Last 10 days, every equation in the world changed. I mean, the kind of military mobilization we have seen, the kind of diplomatic things we have seen, the kind of ammunition going in, the kind of intel sharing, it is mind-boggling. So I've been always trying to make a point, which I told you last my episode also. Look, whatever happened in 2004 is not relevant today. Whatever happened in 2014 is not relevant today, because geopolitics is not about history. My frozen dreams in Kashmir, for example. It's not about that. It's not my experience. It's not what I saw. And 2 decades is a lot of time for anybody who still believes it is relevant. 2 decades is a lot of time. Here, I've just given you an example. How in 10 days, everything will change. I mean, everything has changed in 10 days. And let me also remind you, in last couple of episodes of P Gurus, I have been telling you next. I had given a window, Sir Sri, sir, if you remember, 15 November, up to 15 November, a lot of things will change. And I have been saying this for the last 2.5 months. And I've given you a frame. 1st October to 15th November, a lot of things will change. And you will see it has exactly started falling in place. And still, I am telling you, a lot of things can still change. A lot of things will change. There's no doubt on it. So let's not be, it's all okay, it's gone. No, nothing is gone. Before we start and we get into more details, first, I have one news to share. Yesterday, Tehreek Taliban, Pakistan, neutralized in an attack wherein 4, people from Tehreek Taliban neutralized 16 SSG commandos. 16 SSG commandos. SSG is the elite unit of Pakistan. 4 लोगों ने 16 को ऊपर. Now, why SSG? How does SSG come into picture, and what is this SSG unit about and all? 4 people have neutralized 16 SSG commandos. This happened yesterday in Pakistan. Let me share you one more news.
Was it a suicide attack? Was it a suicide attack?
No, ambush.
Wow.
And you can see the amount of sophistication which things have developed. And Pakistanis seem to be worried. Pakistani seems to be worried because they have participated in this Ukrainian war by supplying ammunition to Ukraine. And some of that they also sold to Hamas and Hezbollah and all through black market, dark web and others. Now, you know what they are worried? They are worried that Uncle Putin is going to come after them. What can he do? He can arm people in KPK, he can arm people in Balochistan. So the miseries of Pakistan are going to increase because Putin is not happy with how Pakistan has tried to really screw Russia. And when Imran Khan Niazi went there, he tried, we are your friends. So basically, nobody is a friend of Pakistan. They stab everybody in the back. This is no. So Pakistan is facing a double whammy. So you have these attacks happening on SSG, 16 commandos getting evaporated. And on the same time, you have one more thing happening. You have Putin coming after you. Well, good luck, Pakistan. Very good. Now, another thing I have to make a revelation. Yesterday, one high-value target from Pakistan has been eliminated. At least I know one high-value target of Pakistan has been eliminated. Well, the intel spheres, Intel says that they can be more, or it can be something bigger. But we have to wait for the formal channels to talk about it and all. But we have to wait
Give
for
us
that.
some hint. Give us some hint. Give us some hint. Is it 𝗣𝗚𝘅 𝗍𝙗𝘆 by any chance?
Oh, I don't know that. But I know one high value target is taken out yesterday. So, but अब और क्या हुआ? Let's wait for some time, sir. आएगा. But I can tell you, you're going to hear it in next few hours, a day and a half. It's going to come. It is going to come. But I can confirm up one HVT hit. But there can be much more than that. What I know is one HVT hit and what I can talk about. But there can be much more than that. There can be much more than that. And so let's wait and watch. So Pakistan के जो कुंडली है ना वो that's really shaky. And by the grace of Navdurga, in Navratras we get immense power, we get immense wisdom. Our Bahubal increases substantially. So let's wait for it to come through the formal channels. We'll all know. And I can tell you also in a couple of days on Peel Bruce, we are going to also make one more revelation about some assets these people in Middle East are hiding and where they are hiding. So that is in a future, telecast on a future, our vlog will talk about it, or the broadcast will talk about it. But this is how the Pakistan is shaping up. Now, I would want to, Sachinji, if you can project my Twitter handle, I want to show one thing about this Cherat. What is Cherat?
Cherat.
Both are in KPK. So Cherat is a place in KPK. Now, yeah. Cherat has a fort. Now, this fort is used by SSG to train Pak army and others. Now, what you are seeing here, this is cadre of Hamas, which is being trained at Cherat by SSG, because it is Cherat, it is SSG. So SSG, if you can see on their arm, you can see this Hamas wala logo here, and you can look at the faces. You can see the Hamas wala logo here. You can look at this guy's thing. He looks Middle Eastern. He's not Pakistani by any chance. So if you can zoom a bit, you can see the Hamas logos and all here. So in Cherat, SSG is training Hamas cadre. And if I can, you can take me to my Twitter handle. As per that, my estimate is that there are more than 1,000 mercenaries. This is Hamas cadre, and there's no doubt on it. There are more than 1,000 mercenaries which are trained by Pakistan, and they have infiltrated Iran. They have infiltrated Iran only, and they get some around $30-40 per day to fight. So there are 1,000 Pakistani trained mercenaries, and most of them are Pakistani. They have reached there. There is also a Pakistani police inspector who has written a letter to his boss. He said, "Let me go, I want to do jihad." Now, this Jamatul Dawa, Maulana Fazlur Rahman, and this Tehreek 𝗼𝗍𝗍𝗍, we have shown the videos last time how they were telling that give us the money, give us the leeway. We'll go and do the jihad. We'll show it to everybody how we are talking about it and how we are going to do the jihad. We'll even spend our own money. Give us the leeway. We want to go there. So mass mobilization of cadre from Pakistan to do jihad is already happening. Now we know more than 1,000 people are sitting in Iran waiting for the go-ahead to go. Now the people who have this myth that Iran and Pakistan doesn't have good relations, that's all BS. They have good relations when it comes to Palestine. Palestine is the only thing where they conquer. Now this Pakistani police officer writing, we even have intel that a lot of Pakistan military and a lot of these paramilitary forces, police and all, they have written to their top bosses that we want to go and do jihad in Palestine. Because anyway, they don't die, they become shahid. So they will get virgins and honey and milk and alcohol and 24 hours of intercourse. So they're in a hurry to die, to become shahid. That is what we are seeing here. So this is the revelation which is very, very important. I think I was the first one to put this picture. And this is the original picture from Cherat. And you will not find this picture anywhere on Google. Anybody can try and you will not get it. So, अब कैसे आया, कहाँ से आया, सब महाकाल की कृपा. Don't ask me. So this is how it is going to work. This is how it is spanning out. Now, Pakistan's involvement is more and more clear. Another piece of breaking news, what we want to share with you is, we have intel that Iran has already moved a lot of its arsenal to the neighboring countries, which includes surface-to-air missiles, which includes some lethal arsenal, which has been moved to neighboring countries. So Iran's involvement is now getting more and more and more clear. Iran's foreign minister meeting Hassan Nasrallah, we know. Ismail Haniyeh, we know. Right. We know meeting Islamic Jihad, we know. He has met Al-Walali, who has 500k cadre. There's one more guy, I can't remember his name, it's an Arabic name. He also has the cadre. Now he is in touch with 𝗤𝙬𝙤, he is in touch with Houthis. So if you put all together, Israel is surrounded by around 1.5 million jihadis and terrorists. And if you add Iranian army to it, the number becomes 2.5 million. Iran has a 900k army, approximately around that. So it becomes 2.5 million people are surrounding Israel. And when this all is happening, Pakistan is trying to send mercenaries $30 a day. $30. I mean, $30, $40 a day. You get people in Pakistan who want to do jihad. And anyway, when they will die, they will become shahid and they will get virgins and all. So that is a different point altogether. Now you are seeing how Pakistan is involved. Last time we told you another revelation. Let it come. You see, now sources indicate that 1059 Pakistan mercenaries have entered the conflict zone. Israel through Syria are ready to enroll through Syria, Lebanon soon, earning $30 per day. These forces will join, Hamas, Hezbollah, and Pakistan is fighting, helping both Hamas and Hezbollah. And it is how. So Pakistan is involved in two ways. One, sending people through Iran, through Lebanon and all to help Hamas and Hezbollah. More than 1,000 men have been there. And this photo from Cherat is a proof how Pakistan's SSG is training Hamas cadre. So it is done. Last time I also shared with you the paragliding training was done in a place called Haripur in KPK. It's all happening in KPK, by the way. Chitral, Cherat, Haripur, it's all in KPK. And few hundred men of Hamas were trained on paragliding in KPK, in Haripur. And that was August, September. Right? And September end, more than 50 people of elite Pakistan special forces have gone to Gaza to finalize the operation. So Pakistan ka haath, pair, sab dikh raha hai. I mean, it's not an imprint. Now the Pakistan is fully into the game. And let's not forget those North Korean rocket launches. That can only happen to China and Pakistan. So North Korean infrastructure, which is there. Now, with all these things happening, we almost know that Pakistan is in the game, Pakistani government is doing. I want to show you one more picture. Let's go to the next picture of the slide. This picture is very important. See. ये क्या है? हमारे मौलाना साहब, हाफिज कुरान, आसिम मुनीर, head of ISI, head of military intelligence, head of Pakistani army. Lethal combination. Nobody has been there. And he is a facade. Hafiz Quran. He is meeting the Qataris. He's meeting the Qataris, and what are they discussing? What are they discussing? Why does Pakistan's army chief need to meet Qataris? What are they discussing? This is one day back. And let's not
And this
forget,
is in Islamabad. This is in Rawalpindi or Islamabad?
Islamabad or Rawalpindi, I don't know. One of them, possibly Rawalpindi. And one important thing, Asim Munir had been in September to Iran, and in September, Iranis had come to Pakistan. So what is Asim Munir was doing in Iran in September? Now, what are Qataris doing here? What are they trying to make a recipe of chicken biryani? I don't know. So this is another episode how they are trying to cobble this alliance. Now, with all these things happening, things in the geopolitics are moving at a very, very rapid pace. So if you can see this, Pakistan's involvement is getting more and more and more and more and more clear. Now, Pakistan acts on the behest of China. North Korean arsenal is found with Hamas. People say Hezbollah has around 15,000, 14,000 surface-to-air missiles. We showed you last time also there's this 𝗤𝙪 missile, which is a 250-kilometer range, which was fired by Hamas, not Hezbollah, Hamas. Who gave them this infra? And let me share another thing with you. These Gaza metro, what we talked about. Gaza metro is an underground tunnel network. Now, Sree sir, what the revelations have come, they are 30 meters deep. They are not those amateur tunnels. They are 30 meters deep. You will need something like bunker busters to get rid of them. 30 meters deep, and they are quite wide. They have ammunition dumps. They have people to storage. They have ventilation pipes. All this network. By the way, Gaza is around, how much? 1/4 of Delhi, but Delhi metro is 372 kilometers. But Gaza tunnel network is more than 500 kilometers. More than 500 kilometers. So literally to bring down the tunnel network, you have to bring down the whole Gaza, and you have to use those bunker busters. But the problem is, with you use a bunker buster, it will dismantle the tunnel, but it creates so many shocks and vibrations. Anything over and above it will also crumble. So there is going to be a collateral damage, and we know that around 1.5 million people have already left Gaza. They have gone to the other side of the Gaza. So we know these all things are happening. Things are moving at a rapid pace. And even with all these hectic parlays going on, Islamabad is trying to be alive, low profile. And what are YouTubers doing? YouTubers are trying to create a facade. Islamabad is not called. Pakistan is not consulted. If Pakistan is not called and consulted, what the hell is this? What is Mullah Munir doing with the Qataris? What are Qataris trying to do? And don't forget, what did Qatar say? Qatar say, I will put Europe in the cold storage. I'll cut the gas to Europe. And if the bombardment of the Gaza Strip doesn't stop. Mahmoud Abbas was in Russia, right? Putin had a kind of a U-turn. And today morning, Putin has landed for a so-called BRICS Sammelan. BRICS, wherein China has invented 140 countries. Though BRICS, not BRICS, what do you call ORO, BRI, sorry.
BRI.
No, BRI is a dead duck. What is China trying to do? China is also trying to make its own plan, and on the sidelines of this BRI, she will be meeting Putin. They will be also trying to finalize their strategy. What is their strategy? Now, Mr. Putin is saying there should be no civilian casualties in Palestine. Well, can you say there can be no civilian casualties in Ukraine? You can minimize them, but they will be. And if you look at this underground tunnel network, there are bound to be civilian casualties. Hamas is Hamas is not letting people leave Gaza. They have planted IEDs. They have planted everything to stop people leaving for Gaza because they want to use them as human shields. And Kamal itna bada, sir. Some of our Bollywood stars and starlets have started tweeting, Gaza is 50% children, Gaza is 50% children, Gaza is 50% children. When you were slaughtering Jewish children, did you put a tweet? No. When they were raping women, did you put a tweet? No. When they were burning Jewish children, did you put a tweet? No. When they were beheading the Jewish children, did you put a tweet? No. When 80, 90-year-old women were raped, 90-year-old women were raped in a wheelchair, did you put a tweet? No. I mean, what kind of a hypocrisy is this? Gaza is 50% children. The security of the security of Israel is with the government of Israel. The security of Palestine or the Gaza Strip, but we're talking, it has to be Hamas. If anything goes wrong, it's the Hamas. It's a retaliation to their actions. So when Jews and Jewish children are getting killed, then there is perfectly no problem. Now we are saying 50% of Gaza are children. Go and ask Hamas, what did they do it? Go and ask those families. From every house, from every apartment, there's an entry to these tunnels, sir. Every basement is connected to these tunnels. Every building is connected to these tunnels. So don't tell me that people of Gaza did not know. They know everything. They know everything. They've been part of it. And what about 19,000 people who have been going to Israel daily and coming back? Benjamin Netanyahu tried to give you the work. I showed you the picture in the last episode. There's one Israeli billionaire. He has started BPOs, KPOs, and all other things wherein people can be employed in West Bank and Gaza. What did Hamas terrorists do? They killed his only daughter. And she told them, I am Daniel, my father has done this for you. They made sure they killed. I have a lot of these Hamas terrorists who are dead. Their body, cameras, footages have been released. They've been literally hunting people, sir, like ducks. Yahan mila mara, yahan mila mara. They're literally hunting people. This is what is happening there. And I mean, this human rights bogey has to end. Israel has a right to exist, and Israel will exist. Whether you like it or you don't like it, you have Iran and all. It really doesn't matter now. The things have crossed it. I want to share you one thing very interesting now. You know what is the combined GDP of this West Bank and Gaza? $16, $17 billion. And if I take this Gaza, maybe $4, $5, $6 billion. West Bank is more prosperous than Gaza. I'm dividing it by out of 16, 6 here, 10 here. I don't know what is the actual number, but it's around that. And do you know what is the net worth of Ismail Haniyeh? Declared net worth? $4 billion. Ismail Haniyeh is equivalent to the GDP of Gaza. Ye hai 𝙒𝙖 Islamic Jihad. This is the goddamn bloody facade you are trying to win. Ismail Haniyeh is worth $4 billion. Is equivalent to the GDP of whole goddamn Gaza. Nobody in the Islamic world, nobody will talk about it. Nobody has guts to talk about it. Hamas charter says you have to kill Jews. The Jews world, from the entire world, you have to wipe out Jews. And then a couple of days back, this Hezbollah deputy chief is threatening Jews, Christians and Hindus. He said Hindus have sided with him, I will will come after you. I mean, what do these people think? Ye dadagiri kab tak chalegi? I mean, how long can world tolerate this shit? I mean, everything has a tipping point. I think world has gone, is tired of this handling this facade and all. And again, the victim card, maar dala, there are kids. And I don't know where these Bollywood actors start, sir, it is precision accuracy. At the right point of time, they will start tweeting. When Jews were getting killed, nobody wanted to tweet. Nah, it's up to Inshallah, sab theek.
A question. One question. Do they send pigeons with notes to all these Bollywood actors and actresses? Start tweeting this with a small note, copy paste karo. How do they know what to tweet?
That is what my question is. How does this clock accuracy come into the system? When one side is getting killed and annihilated, and that they are trying to, they have raped 95-year-old woman. And today in France, there were 2 women in ICU. 2, 193, 195. There's one jihadi who went there and he raped both of them. One woman died. Imagine raping 95-year-old woman. One woman died of a heart attack because of that rape, and another woman is in ICU. I mean, what are we talking here? I have seen yesterday a video. There was one in, I think there was one in England. He came 2 or 3 days back on a student visa. He was trying to rape a 13-year-old girl, and he is kind of, when he's caught, he's trying to have an argument with them. I mean, she has the puberty and I have the right to rape her. 13-year-old bachchi, sir, 13 saal ki bachchi. He's arguing, ye jawan hai, she is grown up, she's puberty has hit her, so I can have sex with her. He's trying to justify the rape. This guy was from Bangladesh. There's a video I can share you, but we don't want to promote hatred. That's why we are not sharing. I mean, these are the things. Raping women has become a kind of a, sorry to like a national sport for them. They just want to go and rape women. We showed in our last episode how one Hamas terrorist was showing that telling us, in the video, we were told to rape everybody, all women. Starting from a 5-year-old to 95 years, rape everybody, then abduct these women, use them as sex slaves, and kill the children. So there was a conspiracy to end, when you rape the woman and take them away, you kill the children, you are trying to limit the population of Jews. You are trying to push Jews down. You are trying to reduce them to a size. And moreover, sir, since we spoke last and between today, I can tell you all Islamic countries, by and large, are involved in this. And one important sequence of events, when we are talking all this, there's one important sequence of events. Our good friend Antony Blinken, who's a Jew and whose grandfather was also slaughtered and massacred, he has been running midnight oil trying to go through all these Muslim countries around. And what is the response? Iran is increasing the ante and telling the time is running out, we'll kill you, tomorrow might be too late and all. He went to Saudi. I mean, always telling you Saudis are unreliable. It's good America is getting a wake-up call. He was made to wait for a full evening and a full night. MBS did not meet him. So he was in a suit and tie waiting MBS bulayega, and MBS did not meet him. And next day when MBS met him, or in the morning, whenever, there's a picture out. There is no American flag behind. Usually the protocol is you have MBS, there's a Saudi flag, you have Antony Blinken, there should be an American flag behind it. It's a diplomatic meeting. It's not a coffee meeting, right? What a snub to United States of America. Your biggest ally, Saudi, does not put your flag. When you have your Secretary of State meeting MBS, that talks that. That's an MBS was very clear. I think the conversation lasted only for a few minutes. This is our limit. We cannot, you have to stop Palestine bombing and all that. Again, the same rhetoric. Ye bhai, bichare have, have joined the street. So, right, they're all talking about the same thing. I mean, MBS on this. So this is what has happened. This is what is exactly happening here. So the Islamic world is, ganging up, I would say. And here, Iran is every day saying, tomorrow might be too late. Hezbollah is ready. And clashes between Hezbollah and IDF have started in the Lebanon. IDF is fortifying itself. And with all these things happening, so this Islamic world, the snub you got from Saudis, the Qataris are talking of getting, cutting off the gas. Qataris are meeting Pakistanis. Iran's foreign minister is meeting every possible jihadi in the Middle East. How can we help? Again, Egypt is also started backing out. Syria, the airport was bombed twice. And so Syria, Jordan Jordan is saying, I cannot hold these jihadis for a long time who have come from Iraq. They want to cross over. Lebanon, we know what is the position. People have been trying to jump the fence and join jihad. So Israel is literally surrounded. And what is United States of America doing? For last 2 days, Mr. Anthony Blinken has been going around the Middle East, but when I look at his body language, it's not good. Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin and Anthony Blinken are in Middle East. Last night, I mean, that's the night which passed by my time, they have been in more than 8 hours of war room meetings with Israelis, Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister. And yesterday, when the meetings were going on, the Israeli parliament was attacked. They all had to rush to a bunker. French, English foreign minister, British foreign minister is there. French are there. French are warning Iran to control itself. And more ammunition has come. I think last night around 11 or 12 planes full of ammunition have landed in Tel Aviv. And I think 3 of them are American. America has moved the biggest of its destroyers, biggest of its aircraft carrier and all they have moved. And one thing very important happened today morning or last night, what we want to say. After this 8-hour meeting, both Lloyd Austin and Anthony Blinken have taken a Sida flight, not a flight, a convoy, and they have reached the American embassy. Now, what I don't understand, after such an 8 hours meeting, night meeting, why does Anthony Blinken and Lloyd Austin need to go to the American embassy? What is happening? And now we have reports that Mr. Joe Biden is going to land there tomorrow. Special forces have already landed and they're trying to do that, whatever their protocols are and all that. They've been already trying to land there. Even yesterday, when American planes were trying to land, they had to use flares to deflect Hamas rockets. Even American planes were being kind of attacked by Hamas. Now, not only that, when the English External Affairs Minister was trying to land, or the Foreign Affairs Minister, they were trying to shoot him down. This is what the Hamas was trying to do. And let's not forget, Hezbollah claims they have 150,000 those rockets and 15,000 surface-to-air missiles. Well, I'm looking at the ammunition buildup which is happening. It is phenomenal. And if I take you back to Dera Ghazi Khan, smoke is still coming out of Dera Ghazi Khan. Smoke is still coming out of Dera Ghazi Khan. It has not stopped. Blackout continues. And yet we are told nothing happens. DRDO planes are flying from Rajasthan to J&K. Yesterday, some mobilization happened in J&K a big time. Last night, a couple of planes landed in Srinagar last night. So, when you look at these mobilizations happening around the border, we are also trying to sniff radiations. Americans are also trying to sniff radiations. We showed you last time how the American radiation plans have been twice a week on the Karachi. Even we are trying to do what is happening in there. And Dera Ghazi Khan continues to be a black hole of the world. How many people in Pakistan died? We don't know. Pakistan ka haath pair kya, pura Pakistan is involved in this. And with all these rapid pace developments happening, there's one more important development which has happened, which I don't understand why it is happening and why it is not happening. We are suddenly seeing in a war zone, why does Mr. Joe Biden want to land? And I am telling you, sir, it is a matter of time Americans will get involved. It can be even today, tomorrow. I've given you last time a window of 15 days, 15 days. But I'm now seeing with the rapid pace development, it can be today, tomorrow, anywhere. Within the next 10 days, 12 days, Americans will be in the war. I think America has made a move and the West has made up a move that Hamas, Hezbollah, then Iran. And this Hamas and Hezbollah are warning you, start the Gaza offensive, will attack you. Americans are warning them, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So, everything, right, is getting complex. Everything is getting complex. And we see the world over, the support these Islamists are getting is phenomenal. And we have seen huge, demonstrations in Iraq. We've seen in London. We have seen in Sweden. And Sweden, one jihadi is running with an automatic machine gun and he has already killed, I think, a couple of people. I think Belgium it is. Belgium has killed a couple of people. And he's saying, I'm doing it in the name of Allah because we're here to die and go to the next world. So these lone wolf attacks, what we have been predicted, have already started, right? So lone wolf attacks have already started and this is how it is going there. So lone wolf attacks starting in Europe, panicking there. We are hoping and praying nothing happens in US, but US will be attacked. It's a matter of time. Now, will sleeper cells be activated in India? There's a good possibility, yes. When, we don't know. Anyway, I told you last time that in next 10 days or in next another 25 to 30 days, something big ISI is planning in India. How, when, where, we don't know. Or maybe yesterday we have already neutralized the threat. I don't know. We have to just wait and watch for the official channels to tell us what it has been there. So things in geopolitics in last 10 days have moved faster than what have moved in last 2 decades. And I am, amazed to see the power of the cabal. I was talking to Sree sir offline on one particular issue. I was amazed to see the power of the cabal. The cabal is so powerful. I can't even tell you how many games are they playing. How many games are they playing? So US is kind of preparing for war. It is very, very clear. More arsenal, more aircraft carriers. I think US has a couple of squadrons deployed in Israel today. There are a lot of squadrons which are carrying this, there are a lot of these aircraft carriers, 1,000-ton displacement. They are carrying 70 odd fighter jets. So much of arsenal you have not seen in last 75 years. In mere 4 or 5 days, so much of arsenal has moved from United States of America to any country. And let's not forget B-52 bombers. Let's not forget those attack strong squadrons which are there. I mean, and yesterday, over near the China, there was a Canadian airliner going. I think it was a military airliner or something near the South China Sea. Suddenly, Chinese jets started escorting it, and they were 20 feet away from the wing. You can see the heightened tensions 20 feet away from the wing. And the attack on Gaza is imminent. Civilian casualties are imminent. Things, shit is going to hit the fan. And that is what it is. And the people like Hassan Nasrullah, Iran, Al-Walali, 𝗤𝙗, Islamic Jihad, I mean, they don't have any other option. So what can they show? They don't have any other option. This is for them, do or now or never. And what is my personal assessment of Iran? My personal assessment on Iran is rattled. Iran is rattled. They are seeing the build-up. They are seeing the mood of Americans. They're trying to bark like that small dog who keeps, they're trying to do like that. They know they cannot stand the American firepower. They know you have to take out 8 refineries. Iran is gone. It will go back to Stone Age. But the people's movement which is happening around the whole world is mind-boggling. And France has said anybody who supports Palestine, then we'll let you out of here. We'll kind of take you out. They will be expelled.
There has been a couple of lone wolf attacks in the United States and in the US media, and the United States government is playing it down. I have the proof. One happened in a place called Long Beach, California. Long Beach is a Los Angeles neighborhood, little bit south of Los Angeles. Okay. And what happened was one guy shouting Allahu Akbar or whatever you think this is a pro-Hamas slogan. He has mowed down 5 people on the road. One of them, the first woman he mowed down, actually died. The others, the state is not known yet. But this has happened in the past. And this is not the first time that this has happened. The woman died, and the other ones, they are not sure what happened. But this is the KTLA news that is talking about it. This is in LA area. Next, there is one more. Can we show the other one, please? Yeah, scoop. So this is very important. This is a interstate, just like National Highway in India. This is an interstate, I-25. And this happened in a place called Pueblo, Colorado. Can you scroll down a little bit, please? I want to show them the picture of how the truck has gone and hit the railway line crossing above. Now, it is not like the truck hit the railway crossing. The railway line got damaged. We think that there was an explosion, and it fell in such a way that it has crushed the truck below that. And this is a very important artery in United States, I-25. And both sides, up and down, are shut down at this point right now. This happened on October 15th. It's 2 days now since this happened. And they are expecting it to open tomorrow. But look at the train line. There is massive damage. So there are these lone wolf attacks happening in America also. That's probably why Biden has decided to fly down. We can go on and on. But remember, viewers, we started saying in March 2021 that the Biden administration is making a huge mistake to sort of take a revenge on Donald Trump's policy of keeping the children back in US and sending the parents out when they were illegally entering the United States. And to do that revenge, now this has become like over the board. 2.5 million, 5 million people are giving some very big numbers of how many illegals have come into the United States. I would stick with still 2 million. 2 million itself is a very big number because it's that the volume has been that high. And now Biden is trying to, build walls. This is too late. We don't know who has come in and who has not come in. They were not checking papers. Everybody was supposed to be allowed in as long as they had children less than 6 years of age. But lot of single males. Pakistani guy walks up to the border patrol officer and says, I want to go to Chicago. Can I go? He said, be my guest. Take a bus and you're off. This is how open it is. US has become a mess right now. And I can't, tell you how many more things are going to happen. I thought US was a little bit more safe because it was, it's thousands of miles apart, separated by two huge oceans. But somehow people have found a way to come in. It's a mess. I just wanted to give you that update also. Lone wolf attacks are on the rise in the US too. Over to you, sir.
Sir, adding on to where you left, we have a person in Belgium carrying M16 rifle and killing people. Abhi tak nahi pakda. Yes, I think moved on around 5 people, right? 5 people. P-Gurus yesterday, 4 Iranian of the watch list were caught on US border trying to sneak in. Stone 420 is telling us 4 people on Iranian watch list were gone by US border patrol trying to sneak in. Iranians. Belgium में आपके लोग 4 वो मार चुका, 4 or 5, and he's still running free. Sweden, we have these lone wolf attacks just started. France, we have these people raping 93 and 95-year-old grandmothers. And in England, we have this one jihadi trying to rape a 13-year-old girl, 13-year-old bacha. What to say in Navratri, we worship our choti ladke, we worship them as goddess, and here they are trying to rape and justifying, she's already 13, so I can rape. This is what is happening. I don't know how many sleeper cells are, how many are getting activated. My hunch is after that call for Ittifada, the world seen that nothing major happened. But my gut and my sources tell me a lot of these things have been activated, and you will see it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3 din mein, you see the quantum of attacks, knife attack, the students being attacked, here being attacked, there being attacked. These, at least I reported 10 to 15 these chota mota attacks or the lone wolf attacks have started happening. And if these lone wolf attacks start increasing, God save the planet Earth. And Biden has literally messed it up. He's literally messed it up everywhere. He's still fighting. I don't know what Ukraine war and what Russia. There is a bigger problem here, which is booming at your face. So things are getting worse. And with all this happening, there's one more thing which has come to the light. People's Republic of China, very nice and decent country. Hamas commander Mohammed 𝗖𝗍𝗍 went from Palestine to China. He got an alias Yusuf. He was trained by PLA's artillery division. He was given military training to run arsenal and to handle various ammunitions. And he has 2 Chinese wives. And one of the Chinese wife is believed to be still directly in touch with Xi Jinping's office. How come Hamas's top commander ends up in a PLA artillery training school where Chinese military officers have to be trained? And how come he has 2 Chinese wives and he is given an alias as Yusuf? He is told that he is a Pakistani, while as he is a Palestinian. He goes back, he fights, his wife comes back. She loses a leg, then she is sent back. She gets a new leg from China. She goes back. Do you believe it? Now, the link between CCP and Hamas is very clear. So when you have a Chinese wife, मैं हमेशा कहता था story गड़बड़ है. Chinese wives are not, they don't grow on trees. So when you have a Chinese wife, you have to really watch out, because this Hamas's analogy matches with a lot of Chinese spies and Chinese dalals. So, this Chinese wife is a problem. So this mainland Chinese wife has been always trying to act a bridge between Hamas and the CCP. And Xi Jinping's office, she is directly in touch with. Imagine the commander of Hamas, his wife is a Chinese national, is directly in touch with Xi Jinping's office. Now, do you still think Hamas has no relations with CCP? Do you still think Hamas is not involved with CCP? It is. I've been always telling you, any Chinese citizen, irrespective of the passport he or she keeps, they will remain as an outpost of Chinese intelligence. This is the reality of life. They are an outpost of Chinese intelligence. So who are the people who are directly in the game? Sir, you wanted to say something? Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to tell our viewers that Elmer Yuan, on one of his broadcasts on 𝗣𝗂𝘅 Hangouts on 𝗣𝗂𝘅, he said the same thing. He said that Chinese are also investing in the next generation of leadership in countries like in African countries as well as in Middle Eastern countries. Meaning they would have the person, the son of the dictator, for example, they would have that person come and study in China, take a wife or two, and then go back and then start, once they have children, they're half Han, right? So they were trying to change the history of Africa also. This is a massive, massive plan that Chinese have been doing. You guys, one reason why you probably want to watch 𝗣𝗂𝘅 is that we have been saying this for months ahead of time. Months ahead of time. It's not like today we are telling you this. This is the only thing is now these facts are coming tumbling out. This is not the first occurrence, okay? You're going to see more and more like this. And I am really curious what President Biden is going to decide, why he has gone to Israel now. There is something big that is going to be decided. I don't know what it is. But most importantly, like UK is very, very strict. I think there are 1 million demonstrators that day, Sumitji. And Sunak has said that Zuckerberg has a Chinese wife, but she is born in US. Slight difference.
I'll tell you one thing. The Namkaran of the bacha was done by Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping did the Namkaran.
That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true.
Let's not forget that.
That is true. Whoa, let me finish one thought. So Rishi Sunak said anyone illegal marching will be deported immediately. 1 million people were there. What is your guess? How many were illegal in that?
90%.
So are they going to be deported now? Or Israel will say, we have enough, we don't want any more?
The problem is that your state councils are all controlled by Muslims, and most of them are Pakistanis. So I don't think how much Rishi can really implement it on the ground. I have my own doubts because this is how the UK has become. I call it the Londonistan. It's no longer the London it used to. It's the Londonistan. It is literally controlled by Muslims and Pakistanis. That is where it is. Now, this is a very important point, sir. You exactly nailed it. This is exactly the point I was trying to bring in. Now, this Chinese wife is not so straightforward, bhai. It is a CCP's agent whom you bed with. I don't want to get into anybody's bedroom or personal life, but this is a CCP's agent whom you have to bed with. Now, your bachche jo honge, they'll be half Chinese. And that is how you exactly conquer. In olden times, we used to have the Raja Maharajas, which were alliances, marries somebody's sister and all, whatever, all alliances. Now, this is what CCP is doing. Everybody comes with 2-3 Chinese. How can a Jihadi of Hamas have 2 Chinese wives? Do they grow on trees? Chinese wife doesn't grow on trees, bhai. CCP infiltrates its cadre, and these women may be even military trained. They may be full-fledged intelligence officers who have been told, for your country, you have to sleep with this man, maybe bear his babies or whatever, but you will be a Chinese government's asset. See, the infiltration has happened to the level of commander of Hamas. Chinese wife, huh? I wanted to bring this up, and Sree sir nailed it, right? This is what the policy is. Get them here, give them a couple of women, beautiful women, as per Chinese beautiful women. I don't want to comment on that. Quote unquote. Beautiful. Good. And give them that and let the people have fun. And these jihadis can have what at a given point of time they have to maintain an inventory of 4. So they can have any amount of wives in their whole life, and what you call of keeps and concubines can be any number. So I don't know even there are concubines or what. But a Chinese wife means an outpost of Chinese intelligence who is helping, who is dictating, guiding and keeping a watch on you on the behalf of Chinese government. So ye CCP ka connection bhi aa gaya. So as we started, Pakistan, top to bottom in the game, Iran, known. Aapka is preferably everything has been film and kept in CCP files. Yeah. And I will tell you, filming mein 𝗏𝗏𝗏, I will want to bring one aspect more after I finish. So, dekhiye sir, Pakistan involved, no doubt. North Korea, footprint aa gaya. China, proof footprint. Iran head and toe, and Turkey head and toe into the game. Turkey Sadat was involved in command and control. Now Turkey has also all the foot in the game. So these 5 countries we have been naming of. I mean, Lebanon is not even worth mentioning because Hezbollah operates from Lebanon. Syria mein to these jihadis live. Yemen. Yesterday, the people of Yemen are saying that we want to go and do jihad and liberate Jerusalem. This is all the people of Yemen are saying. Oman supports them. Except UAE and Bahrain, everybody supports them. And if you see the snub, I mean, I think I should show that picture. I have it somewhere here. I mean, we should show this how, Anthony Blinken's was literally snubbed. I have not seen such a snub for United States of America. And
yeah, go ahead and pull up that picture while I make a quick announcement for viewers. Viewers, we are going to have a night version also of Sumit Peer, and that will not be on this one. It will be on more developments, and Tuesdays we have other also, things to share. So do join us at night, 9 p.m. tonight, IST. And if you have been following P Gurus, we have been growing very fast over the past few days, and we would welcome your inputs, and we would like you to become members. We are also doing this membership. We are giving free member certificates, member coupons for 1 month for many people. Those of you who have participated actively, either you ask questions or you put in a lot of comments, you do constructive criticism. We are always happy to have your inputs. And I think today we have done, in this particular show, we have done 2 memberships that have been gifted. And this latest one, I'm just going to put it up. So Sumitji, whenever you are ready, let me know.
I'm all done, sir. I think we have reached 416K subscribers. Asha,
Yes,
𝗏𝗏𝗏 was trying to make a point. I have the picture I have sent already. I want you people to see that picture. This talks a lot. The picture is worth 1 billion words. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 was trying. Can you show Sachin bhai's 𝗏𝗏𝗏's comment again, because I missed the
Yeah. Let me bid that. Sachin is looking at the other things. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay. Now, after ISI, the biggest video gallery, of course, the intimate video gallery is with CCP. So it's not only that, your Chinese wife will give you whatever you want from her or concubine, but also there'll be video which will be with CCP. So push comes to shove, that video will be leaked at the right point of time and you can be on the Pornhub then. So that is what people are really scared of. And these videos are everywhere. And let me tell you, sir, even people told me, some insiders, most of the Bollywood videos are available with ISI. Most of the Bollywood's videos are available with ISI. People are telling me, okay, sabke videos hai. So with this video business has become really dirty, and unfortunately, some women are being used as just honey traps and honey trappers. So these, unfortunate but true, this blatant use of women as honey trappers and honey traps is become a menace. You can see it here. There is no American flag behind Secretary of State of United States of America, Anthony Blinken. If there was no flag here, I will still understand. But this is a diplomatic protocol meeting. You see, his father's photo is there. MBS is here. Anthony Blinken is. You see the hands of Anthony Blinken. You see the language. It's not here. And this man has been waiting for hours for this man to give him 10 minutes. He just gave him 5-7 minutes. Bola, ho gaya bhai. Khatam. There's no American flag. What a snub.
You can see the Saudi flag. You can see the Saudi flag behind MBS.
And there's no American flag. What a snub. I mean, this is reality. I mean, people will try to hide this, but this is what we have got. I mean, there are a lot of things more what we have said, but we can't show a lot of things, and we have to be sensitive about the information we have. It's not that we just want to have this, we're not looking for TRP, but we are also sensible and very responsible with the information we have. We only share what is there. A lot of things, these are sealed. We can't talk about it. But this is what is happening. These are the fast-paced developments what are happening. I think Americans have made up their mind. They have to go for the kill. Because if it is not done tomorrow, this menace will spread to all countries. Look, these all people tried to eliminate Israel. They tried to ruin the Israel. They tried to kill all the Jews, but they were not successful. So what Hamas could not do, tomorrow Hezbollah and Hamas jointly can do. Imagine those hundreds and thousands of rockets fired on Israel. How many can Iron Dome stop? Right? How many can Iron Dome stop? And whatever zaps, sir, I want to make this one last observation. I have seen some very, very senior people yesterday on TV. I was in a couple of debates. I mean, they have been trying to back Hamas in terror of Hamas, saying Israel, you should not do anything. And I have seen some people going on hostile, YouTube channels. I mean, it's really amazed. I was amazed. How much is the power? How much power does the cabal have? You believe it? This is true. I mean, mind-boggling, sir. I mean, kya main bataun aapko? I don't know what is the compulsion, why people are doing this. But at Peak Gurus and all, we'll continue to bring you more and more updates. A lot of things which are cooking, and we'll try to show you what is it. We have to filter through 1,000 things what are relevant. My question again, which my mind doesn't have answer. After 10-12 hours of meeting, why do Lloyd Austin and Anthony Blinken had to run to American embassy to do what? What is being done in the American embassy? And if you look at the quantum of weapons America is shipping, the kind of a military power America is moving, and now Joe Biden coming, I think they're heading for something big. And sir, I always maintain they have a very small window in Gaza. Now it's coming true, right? I always said it's not a long haul. They have a very small window in Gaza. Jo karna jaldi karna. They will get a maybe 4 or 5 days or a week, not more than that. And if Hamas and Hezbollah and this Islamic Jihad and Al-Walali and Quds and all, they are not controlled at this point of time, you will see after liberating Middle East from Israel, liberating as per their terminology, they will go for Europe. And one menace we have to be ready here in India and everywhere. Sleeper cells and lone wolf attacks. This is a problem we all have to be ready with. Unfortunate but true. I'm not trying to scare you. And third thing, again, I'm trying to warn you again, especially in Canada. My brothers, my friends of diaspora, kindly be careful. Kindly be careful, because there is a Moran who's running the country. And, these Khalistanis have infiltrated. There are gangs. It's a deadly cocktail of all the forces acting there. So kindly be careful, be very watchful. I'm just hoping and praying that we know the name of the HVT, high value target, was neutralized yesterday in Pakistan. Not we, some aliens came and did it. We never do anything. Hum kuch nahi karte. Some aliens come from Saturn, they do. So they have done it, and and what more has happened? We'll come to know. But Dera Ghazi Khan, still smoke is coming out. And yet, we are told, wahan kuch bhi nahi hua, nothing happened in Dera Ghazi. Wow. I love to believe that. And in the end, I would like to conclude by saying, look, geopolitics is not a big plan. If you have a knack, and if you have the hunch, and if you have the information, and if you can analyze a million dots, you are there. Otherwise, news reading and, don't be a, what you call it, fox, na? Fox, right? Fox eats what tiger leaves. Don't be a fox.
Right. Thank you so much, Sumit. And let's take some questions. There are a lot of questions. I don't know how many we'll be able to get through. Let's start with the first one, please. Magnet Ranga, Namaskar and happy Dussehra. How does organizations like Hamas find so much support in spite of its brutality? They did not spare even small children and women. Don't people care?
Ranga sir, you have to understand the mentality. As per Islam, there are 3 divisions of the world. Where there is Islam, good. Where you are in less numbers, you have to maintain peace. And when the numbers come, you have to convert everything to Islam. This is a three-stage progression. When there's a Hindi name, there's a Urdu name for it, but I'm not getting into it. There's a 3-stage progression. It's a manifestation of the mind. What did Americans wake up to? What did the world wake up to? They thought after giving them money, giving them education, giving them Western education. I've seen videos of Harvard where Jewish girls are attacked by some so-called liberal Pakistani or Lebanese or Palestinian. I don't know where this Muslim girls are. They're attacking them and they're using all the abusing language. Now the brutality was same exactly what used to be 1400 years back when it was a desert. You've seen MBS. Why did I put the flag? I mean, you say my Saudis are my biggest allies and good buddies and all. Dekho, Jannat tak nahi lagata. He's not putting the flag. You have to understand when it comes to Islam and Islamic terror and Islamic Jihad, everybody unites under one umbrella. That is what it has to be. You have to convert whole world into Islam. And what does Hamas Charter says? You have to kill Jews everywhere in the world. That is the Hamas Charter. This is not what I'm alleging. That is Hamas's official charter. I mean, that is the reality of the world we live in. So whatever happened is nothing new. But for people like you and me, and some people who believe that they could be changed, look, there's a bluff. West has to call off. West believes they're giving them money, enabling them, they will change. West believes by giving money to China, they will become democratic. Koi nahi pata. Neither China change, neither these people change. Both are exactly the same. The brutality is exactly the same. Brutality is exactly the same. Wake up. The world has to wake up. Yeah.
Nitin Jain wants to know, sir, when we have the Suez Canal and Red Sea to trade with Europe and Middle East, then why IMEC is so important? Sea to rail to sea is more logically challenging than only sea route trading?
You see, IMAC is an counter to BRI, Nitinji, because BRI is a scam of China wherein they are trying to, debt trap people, and when they can't pay, get the legitimate right over the land so that you can trespass through them, right? So it is the concept of a Chinese concept of the medieval kingdom. So medieval kingdom, Xi Jinping tried to, do it again through BRI. So BRI has to be countered with a logical trade route. It's not a trade route. It has internet, it has gas, it has oil, it has hydrocarbons, a lot of things which will run parallelly on this. It's a multimodal system wherein 5 or 10 things will run parallelly on this corridor. So it is a corridor of the modern world. BRI is a dream of the medieval kingdom. That is it.
Next one, please. Aditya Prakash wants to know, sir, with India's solidarity with Israel different from majority of global South, how will this play out?
Aditya, there is a misconception which is being tried, which some people are trying to create. Look, global South, there's a lot of countries. Global South doesn't have an association or a union or a president. It's not like African Union, you have a president, right? So we are their de facto leader. When Global South has a leader, which is India, and India is with Israel, you can assume, presume, believe, and live with it that Global South is supporting Israel. They have not said other way. They have not supported Hamas or terrorists. One. Secondly, when it comes in the geopolitics, there's a support of 10-15 countries which matters. Some 10-15 major countries which matters. And India is a B4 country out of 4-5 powers in the world. United States, Russia, India, and France. All the four are with Israel. And even Chinese have changed their stand yesterday. They have condemned Hamas violence for the first time after the global backlash they got when they were trying to justify this violence. So, I would say Chinese are still favoring Hamas, but still, out of the 5, 4 are favoring. So, 10-20 powers in the world, where do they favor? That is what it depends. Numbers don't depend. It's not a voting here. It's not an election where voting will win. So, when we are seeing Israel, and out of these, all major powers are supporting, this is a wedge. This is an engineered divide which they are trying to create between the India and the global South. So let's not get caught into it. Next question, please.
Next question, please. Jyoti Devkumar wants to know, is Imran Khan the target that was taken out? Saw a video showing him being shot down.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. And let me tell you, we have nothing in taking out these HVTs. Some 𝗔𝗂𝘗𝘁 𝗔𝙬. We don't do anything. We have nothing to do with it. I am categorically denying any India's involvement in any way whatsoever in this. बाकी जो महाकाल की इच्छा वो तो होगी.
Next one, please. Karthik Vishwanathan wants to know, sir, could you throw some light on Gaza and West Bank occupation by Egypt and Jordan decades back?
Arey, Karthik ji, that is a long story. I mean, it can't be answered in a question. But maybe we can do a separate video on that. I told you, Middle East is a whirlpool of undercurrents. That's what it is. I started my first episode with that. That is what it is.
Anshul Gupta wants to know, Sumit sir, if Dera Ghazi Khan is gone, then do Pakistan lose nuclear capability?
आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर, तथास्तु.
Well, long story, Anshul. The actual work happens in southern part of Kahuta, I am told. There used to be a northern Kahuta plant and a southern Kahuta plant. There is some work going on there. There's also a new nuclear processing plant near Islamabad. It's what I've read. And so this is not gone. Why Dera Ghazi Khan was important was because it was close to many mines. and you get what is called as yellow cake, which is uranium in an impure form, 238. And for enrich, you have to enrich it to 235 to be able to make it grade quality for weapon or for nuclear power or even nuclear submarine. So a lot of things go into this. But Dera Ghazi Khan was a place where there were mines close by. They used to do some preliminary processing there. It is believed that it has been defunct for a while. However, we never know. I mean, these are all military things. Nobody is going to tell, ab yahan sab band ho gaya hai aur kahin chal raha hai. That's not going to be how they'll be planning it. So something happened there. It'll come out. It'll come out. Next one. Gifted one P Guru's membership. And the lucky winner is Anshul Gupta. And thanks for being active and engaging follower of P Gurus. Next one. Thank you, 𝗖𝙁𝙁 𝗍𝙁. What are the implications on oil supply with these geopolitical developments? Would Iran mine oil ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, it's a very important question. Look, the oil prices are going to go up. Economy will be a bit impacted. Even Indian economy will be a bit impacted. But I would say it like this, when somebody has a tumor, you have to cut the skull, you have to use a drill to bore the skull and take out the bone, and there's a lot of blood which gets lost. But ultimately, person recovers and he's able to live more. When tumors become malignant, they have to be operated or taken out. There will be pain, you will need painkillers, there will be blood loss, there will be everything will happen. But I think the tumor has already turned malignant. It has to be operated.
Atul, one interesting thing here is Saudi can actually still send its oil out from the other alternate route. They actually dug a canal right across the country, from the place where their oil fields are down all the way across the country to the other side. You can go and look at, I think it's the Horn of Africa, if I remember correctly, and they can send oil from that. I don't know if they do it anymore or they have started doing it. There's a little problem of Somali pirates, but other than that, even there's a Djibouti post that China owns. Guys, China has gone in and messed up Africa like you would not believe. People say that, America used to do these things. What China has done and what America has done, there are no comparisons. There are no comparisons at all. China has been the most... Go ahead.
Such short comparison. Americans are there to get a launch share. Paisa mile, they are happy. But these Chinese want to dismantle your culture, your ethos, your land, legitimacy. Ladies, they want everything. They want even to own you off. There's a difference. Americans are businessmen. Paisa chahiye. That's it. I mean, I get my money, I'm out. But here, these people want to own you off. I mean, see how Chinese women are used to infiltrate now. I mean, what Sree said, I was exactly going to make that point. How they're using their own women to infiltrate, to change the DNA. Mind-boggling. Chinese wife, huh? Interesting.
Next one, please. Stone wants to know, it seems like the radical elements in all the Muslim countries are using this to start the war. They are rallying all over the world under the banner of Intifada, them versus the rest of us.
I mean, this is what 𝗏𝙁𝙁 I have been indicating from the day one. This is how it looks like. And if you go by what did General Lloyd Austin say, he says there's nothing called neutrality. Us or them. It's a September 11, it's a 9/11 like situation. There is nothing called in between, thus here or there. Because you see, this problem will not stop with Israel. People are trying to say Israel is the beginning. Now, what if there are smaller countries in Europe? How many people do you need to kind of get into them? Maybe some 5,000-10,000 people can invade all smaller countries of Europe. And how will the hell break loose if you start massacring children and women like that? Here, who will accept it? I mean, go and ask the mother whose baby has been beheaded. Peace and I don't want to name that Bollywood star. I mean, I would want to ask the person, if your baby was there in Gaza or was there in Israel, what would you do? I mean, where do the children of Gaza come into picture? Ask that goddamn jihadi terrorist Hamas. They are responsible for Gaza. They are governing Gaza. If anything happens to Gaza, it's their karma, their misdeeds. I don't know why Bollywood walas become their dalals. What they want to do with them? Arey, Gaza mein maar diya, Gaza mein maar diya. I mean, this is height of hypocrisy. When Hindus are attacked, no word. When Christians are attacked, no word. Did they condemn, by the way, did they condemn the jihadi of Belgium who has killed 5 people? Did they condemn this lone wolf attack in America? Did they condemn the person who was raping 95-year-old woman in France? They will not condemn. Did they condemn the person who was trying to rape a 13-year-old girl in England? No, they will not condemn. But when one community attacks Allah, kya kar diya? I mean, this is height of hypocrisy. World has gone sick and tired, sick and tired. And the biggest blunder Hamas did, that they tried to take it to women and children. You cross the red line, Hamas, you will be perished. There will be people, there will be collateral damage. You have to be prepared. 𝗤𝙪.
Next one, please. Ajay Kumar Mahato wants to know, hello Sumit sir, is China and Russia playing the script of Israel-Palestine war?
Ajay Kumar Mahato ji, China is involved, Russia is not involved, because in Russia also Jews control a lot. The world economy is controlled and managed by Jews. Nobody can afford to antagonize Jews. Putin will try to do here and there because his Pappu, then Bashar Assad, Chota Pappu of Syria was knocked down by Israelis. So they will try to show, thoda, "Arey, mat karo, ye mat karo, wo mat karo." And Chinese pressure will be a bit on Putin. And remember, Mahmoud Abbas, when this war started, he went to meet Putin because I told you he will try to tilt Putin to a little bit of favor. And let's not forget, China has only power if Putin. China is like this. If Putin becomes, it becomes like this. If it's China alone, they will put their little tail in between their legs like a little dog and run away. That is what China is. China ki auqat kuch nahi hai. China is and let me tell you, 26 to 30 in next 4 to 5 years, next 7 years, you will see that China would not be there. And what I'm fearing, Americas are entering war anytime. Anytime. I think it is maybe even today, who knows? That is what the things are.
Thank you, Navlesh, for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you, Uma Devi ji, for becoming a YouTube member. Sudhir Bhatt ji, next question, ask Sumit sir, if we can starve all these jihadi nationals of roti and pani, then take away their weapons, then de-radicalize them, first let them understand the value of food and water, stop Pak's water. Sudhir ji, it's easy to stop, but there is a problem. Go ahead, you tell them.
Sudhir ji, first of all, the thing is when the Khatris were trying to threaten the whole world, I always had one opinion. I said, look, without water, you can live for 7 days. You have 2-3 desalination plants. If they are taken out, and honestly, if Americans move their base from Qatar, the Saudis will come and take you. They will be their slaves. We don't need the world to do it. The Saudis will make you their slaves, first of all. Secondly, bhai, without water, you can live for 7 days. And you have all the oil or all the gas in the world to eat oil and drink gas. If world stops, if you cut the gas to the world will stop exporting food to you. What will you eat? What will the whole Middle East eat? Where does farming happen in Middle East? You depend on most important thing, food, which you need 4 times a day on the world. Or tum ye dadagiri chala rahe ho. I will do this, will do this. This bluff has to be called off. There is a time you need to format the machine. And for Pakistani jihadis, only they understand the language of force. Force, force, force. Nothing else. Sree sir.
Next one, please. Aditya Prakash wants to know, the world's opinion, even Biden's recent remark, seems to be turning against Israel due to media blitz. Is there a play with Israel let this go but plan for a long-term retribution? Israel doesn't care what the media thinks, and that's how it should be. For India also. What is right is what you need to do. Go ahead, Sumitji.
Arey bhai, if they are coming and slaughtering your women, children, burning them alive, beheading your civilians, raping your 90-year-old grandmothers on a wheelchair, what would you do? Do you care? Do you give a shit to what media thinks? Let media think anything. Let media think anything. In fact, I had a fight with a very senior veteran on the TV yesterday. I don't know why was he trying to kind of support Hamas, saying there will be casualties, Israel is doing this. I was amazed, sir. Cabal has so much of power. I mean, I was yesterday zapped. There are 2 developments which we discussed offline, and looking at them, I was taken aback how powerful they are. I mean, how they can swing the opinions. Now, when it comes to Palestine, Arey Baba human right, Arey Baba bachche, Arey Baba ye garib, mazloom log. I mean, all the canard will come to victim card, classical victim card. Arey bhai maar dala, maar dala. But when you go and slaughter people, when you rape women, when you behead children, when you burn them alive, then it's okay. That's part of your agenda. And what is my charter? I have to kill all the Jews in the world. That is my Hamas's charter. But that's okay. That's okay. But when Israel retaliates, human rights. This bogey of human rights has gone too far. This left liberal cabal has pushed it too far. Too far. I mean, go and explain somebody whose baby is burned alive. Go and explain somebody whose baby was beheaded. One explain to the IDF soldier whose grandmother was raped by a 16-year-old jihadi. Wake up here. Next question.
Another gifted membership, and the lucky winner is Bakul Dada for receiving the thank you. Congratulations, and you are an active and engaging follower of P Guru. So welcome to the club. You'll be there. You'll get free membership for a month. And then you can decide whether you want to stay or you can quit. Poonam Abhi wants to know, my opinion, there ain't no lone wolves in this game, only sleeper cells like spores in the body. And once they are done with the Jews, we know they are aiming for Bharat and then the Christians. Or it could be the other way around also, because US is getting it already.
I told you, I had predicted that lone wolf attacks will happen. You see, why did I show you last episode? So we showed that Maulana was talking in Arabic. He says now, and they were all even taken out that notification and all. He says Christian, uske baad Hindu. Now it has started. I don't know when the attack is coming our way, but luckily our country is good enough to have handled this for a lot of time. We have handled this crap for a lot of time. We are quite equipped to handle this, but they will be damaged. Unfortunately, they will be damaged. You see, Europe, it has already started. It has already went. Imagine a jihadi entering a hospital. There's a 95-year-old woman in France on an ICU, maybe on a bed. There's one 93-year-old. You try to rape a woman in an ICU. A woman in an ICU. And one grandmother, unfortunately, passed away when she was trying to be raped. Can you imagine the mindset you are trying to rape women in an ICU?
Next one, please. I think we need to wrap it up. These are the last 3 questions or so. Excuse me. Rahul wants to know, sir, what Indian government steps to save Hindus from thousands of Gazas inside India?
There are a lot of things being done, Rahulji. Can't detail out a lot. But what I can tell you for sure, we all need to be vigilant. We all need to be vigilant. We all need to see around us because we are the eyes and ears of the government. And Hindus have survived 1,000 years of Islamic onslaught. Hindus are safe, but there will be some collateral damage. There will be some collateral damage. We have to be vigilant. That's what I am telling. Hindu has one problem. Ba bada na bhaiya, sabse bada rupaiya. You have to get rid of that problem. That is the biggest thing which has got into your brain. If you get rid of that brain, if you have 1.2 billion nationalists looking for the interests of the country, even if superpowers join hands, they can still take you. That is forget the Gaza. But when you're only running after money and you are, Louis Vuittons and 𝗤𝙁𝙁 and French holidays and, I don't want to go beyond. I know. So then, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. Ji.
Next question, please. Akshat Joshi wants to know, how soon the war turns into a war of religions than a transnational war?
It's already heading there, Akshatji. I had predicted it long back. And even one of the podcasts in one of the competing channels, I had said it months back. It's going to be the clash of civilizations. We have a video on P Gurus where I predicted it's going to be clash of civilizations. It is imminent. You can't stop it because this gundagardi has to stop somewhere. I was amazed by MBS. Hey, Baba, you are not putting the American flag. I mean, come on, this is basic protocol. How do we say Atithi Dev Bhava? Allah, Atithi Hamara Bhagwan hai. This man is not a small fry. American Secretary of State, External Affairs Minister of the United States of America. And you don't bother to put a flag. And you're letting the picture go. Talks a lot.
Next one, please. Rajendra Dubey wants to know, will US involve directly in this war? It's on news channels. 2,000 soldiers are asked to be ready. It's possible.
Rajendra Dubey ji, special elite units are already in Israel. What Americans have said, they will not fight in Gaza, but they will be involved in hostage rescue. And then more than 2,000, there are a lot of people who have been already, these are elite units. And even the units are retained by, what did the Treasury Secretary said yesterday? He said America has enough money to fund both the wars, Ukraine and Russia, or Ukraine and Middle East, point number 1. And what did Lloyd Austin say for yesterday? We have enough resources to support both the wars, and we will throw in everything what is required. Everything. You use the word everything. So these are only elite forces what you are talking about. America, I told you it's a matter of time. Predicted this America is going to get involved in next 15 days. And I'm telling you today, it can be even today, tomorrow, any day. 10-15 days, America will be in the game, including today. Because yesterday at the crossing, the Rafah crossing between Gaza and Israel was bombed also. They have started hitting targets inside the Lebanon. We have to wait and watch when does the hell break loose. And I really want this bluff of Iran to be caught. This Iran has been pestering the world for too long. Every time they threaten the world, ye karenge, wo karenge. Let's see what they've got. I mean, let's see finally what they have got. I mean, this is what the reality is. This is too much. This is gundagardi now. I mean, this is not politics. This is not diplomacy. It has become that gundagardi. I'll see you. This is enough. You have crossed your tipping point.
What are the chances of Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Israel forming a three-country security configuration which can bring peace like India, China, and Russia? No, I don't see
Alice
that
in
happening.
Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. Sorry, I'm not being sarcastic here, but this is as possible, as real as that.
And that brings us to a close of today's program. Thank you so much, viewers, for your support. This was an unusual day. We don't normally come at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays, but Sumit ji was kind enough to give us an update on what's happening. And as you can see, you probably got your money's worth here. Do subscribe to our channel if you've already not done so. Thanks once again, Sumit ji, and we'll see you in the evening on a new topic. Namaskar.
Ji sir, namaskar, pranam, sadhuvad, Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Mataram. Hara 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 Mahadev.